Hey everyone, welcome back to another Persona 5X video. In today's video, we are going to be going over a letter from the Persona 5X operation team. And kind of the whole idea of the letter is that, well, right here, some aspects that you haven't met our expectations, and they're committed to making meaningful improvements. And I want to see how committed are they? Are they just kind of blowing smoke up our butt, or what? It's kind of the whole idea. And in this letter, we hope to answer your questions and concerns based on the feedback we received so far, especially regarding the differences with the Chinese and Asia versions. Contract systems, that means the 110 banner I would imagine, as well as shed some light on future updates. As a note, we will be referring to Phantom Thieves and Phantom Idols as characters in this letter. I honestly prefer that because I don't want to say Phantom Thieves and Phantom Idols over and over again anyway. So starting off with implementation of new contracts. We've received a lot of requests to implement the contracts that guarantee the most wanted 5-star character that is in the China and Asian version, and we are currently considering its implementation for the Japanese and Western versions. That's not the biggest deal in the world to me. I understand that a lot of you guys want the 110 banner because it makes you feel safe, knowing that at least you'll get the character guaranteed in 110 summons as compared to maybe going up towards 160. I was actually showing this on stream last night, and then basically every player on TW, my free-to-play friends, my male friends, everyone I talk to who plays TW, we all agree the 110 banner system doesn't matter to us. We're gonna pull on the 80. We're gonna pull on the 81 instead. You get more 5 stars in the long run, and then you also get. It's also cheaper in the long run. They run the numbers on it, and it's just cheaper in the long run. I've seen some people on global side run the numbers. That's because they didn't take into account of pity. And a lot of people had the misunderstanding of what the pity system is in this game, or as we say, the lack thereof. But pity starts at around 71. Also on TW and CN, they don't tell us when pity starts. These are the numbers that players had to come up with and do the math for. But it starts at 71 and it goes all the way up to 79 on the 50/50 banner, as compared to the 110 banner where it starts at 101 and goes to 109, where you're guaranteed the character on the 110 and then the guaranteed on the 80th pull for the 50/50. So that's why it's the 50/50 is superior in that regard. But if you feel safer, then go summon the 110 banner. Not a big deal. Just know that you're going to be missing out on characters in the long run, having a pull on it. Just like you're going to have to miss some characters on the 50/50. It's a life gotcha. In the current main contract system, please see the in-game rates for this. Please see the in-game rates page for more details. If you didn't obtain a 5-star from the previous 79 draws, the next draw guarantees a 5-star. If a non-most wanted thief was obtained, the next 5-star you obtain is guaranteed to be most wanted 5-star. Please note that some contracts, like the newcomer contracts and arms deals, have different systems. Yeah, the newcomer contract strip gives you a selector for 3 on Ryuji and Morgana. And then the arms deals is now starting, it basically takes 10 away. So it only goes up to 70, that's where the difference is. And the new contract system that will be implemented, please wait for future announcements for further details. If you didn't obtain a 5-star from the previous 109 draws, the next draw guarantees a 5-star. The 5-star you obtain is guaranteed to be the most wanted 5-star. Please note that some contracts, like the newcomer contracts and arms deals, have different systems. So, if it only costs you 30 more, what's the big deal? Well, we also need to look at the fact that there is a 0.8% chance of getting a 5-star here every draw, as compared to the 0.2% chance of grabbing a draw here. That's why we don't like the guaranteed. It's also, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, we are playing a gacha game. I know some of you guys don't care for the gacha aspects, but we're playing a gacha game, and because of that, the 110 banner I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't feel satisfying. It doesn't feel satisfying as drawing the like winning the 50/50 or like getting a double, a triple, whatever 5-star off of this feels so good. I know that's the gambling aspect of it. If you've ever gone to like Vegas or any sort of casino, you know what I'm talking about when you hit something decent. As compared to the 110 banner, you're not going to get you're not ever going to get an early 5-star. If you do, you're extremely lucky in that regard. I know some people are saying, oh yeah, but I'm super lucky on the 110 banner. I'm like, hey, that's awesome, but just know the average person is going to if you're complaining about going to 80 out of 80 on here, you're going to be complaining about going 110 out of 110 here. The only time this banner is better than the 80 draw banner is if you have the absolute worst luck in the world. You have to go 80 for 80 and then you lose every single 50-50. That was me at the start of the game. I've now won the last 3 50-50s, luckily, finally. So my luck is finally averaged out to where I'm now even on the 50-50 banner. It feels good as compared to the 110 banner, where it's like, if I had to use the 110 banner for it, I would have had to use a lot more summons, I will say. Implementation period and other notes. In the Chinese Asia versions, this contract was implemented 6 months after release. For the Japanese or Western versions, we are currently making adjustments in order to release it earlier. After release of this new contract system, the current contract system will also continue to be made available. However, please note that the number of trials until guaranteed 5-star is counted separately between the two contract systems. That means if you summon on the 110 banner, it'll only stay on the 110 banner. If you summon on the 50-50 banner, it only stays on the 50-50 banner. There is no correlation between the two. They are completely two separate systems. It's like summoning on the standard banner and summoning on the 50-50 banner. They're two separate. The pity of them do not cross over whatsoever. And I don't know if they're actually talking about implementing this sooner or what. Since they could straight up just be saying, well, because of the fact that we're accelerating and we're skipping filler patches, that we're going to get quicker anyway. Because this was technically slotted in during Cherish, which came after Futaba. And if we go off of the current order of things, where they're skipping the more of the filler patches, like the reruns and all that, then we could be seeing it probably October, November, which is the time they would release it anyway. Or maybe if we're lucky, we could see it in 2.0 for some of you guys. And then Minami's Miyashita's Cognite and 5-star weapon. In the Chinese/Asia version, players were able to obtain Minami Miyashita's Cognite and 5-star weapon from Luful's Business Plan 3 and 4 respectively. So we've already talked about that a lot on this channel. And in the Japanese Western versions, Plan 3 and 4 were implemented earlier compared to the Chinese/Asia versions. In the Chinese/Asia versions, Minami Miyashita was already available in the gold ticket contracts, with Plan 3 and 4 were implemented. As a result, there is a difference in rewards for Plan 3 and 4 between the two versions. We are very sorry for this inconvenience. For the Japanese/Western versions, we plan to provide a new method for players to obtain the Cognite and weapon. We are preparing a special campaign that will also benefit those who obtain duplicates of Minami and her weapon. The details for this campaign will be later in the later half of this. Oh, okay. I am all for this. This is actually something. This is actually a global Japanese exclusive, and of course, Southeast Asia. The Southeast Asia players will also be having it. So that's awesome. We'd love to see that. Give us something new, because like we've been complaining about this. So this is actually huge for players like me who grabbed one copy of her, because A1 Minami is a giant pickup, and it's also even talks about how it affecting the players who already basically maxed her out. So that's really good, really good. We like that here. Addition of new characters to the gold ticket contract. Okay, we've received a lot of feedback and requests regarding the addition of new characters to the idol draft, which uses gold tickets. In the Chinese Asia version, some 5-star Phantom idols, including the ones listed below, were added to the idol draft immediately after the most wanted period. And Japanese Western versions, we plan to add them roughly 6 months after their initial release. Among the characters that appear in the game up to version 1.4, the Phantom idols that will be added to the idol draft are as follow: Minami and Yumi. Each 5-star's weapon will also be added to the arm shield at the same time. Okay. So what they're saying right here is, when we get to 1.4, we will have Yumi and Minami, or Marian and Phoebe, added to the Phantom Idol draft 6 months after their initial release. So they're still sticking to the 6 month. I don't know why they're so hung up on the 6 month idea. This is just one way for them to be more player friendly and garner a lot of good feed. Garner a lot of good player feedback and will is just by reducing it. I know no matter what, we're going to complain over the fact that they're not released immediately, but if they want to, as they said in the stream, respect the players who actually decide to use their pulls and summons on it, I think reducing it to a month to 2 months maximum would have been fine. And I think we're still going to grumble about it no matter what, but I think 1 to 2 months is fair, because it basically tells people that, hey, you get to use this character for 2 months before it goes to standard pool. And I think that's absolutely okay, because it's going to incentivize people to draw on it more, as compared to saying, okay, I'm going to wait for it to go to standard anyway, or whatever, who cares? Because of the fact of the matter is at the end of the day, this is a company. This company needs to make money. You can say, oh, well, Sega makes tons of money. I mean, I agree. Trust me, I agree. Sega makes a lot of money. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But the fact that at the end of the day, it's not just this is not just for Sega. This is also for its shareholders. I would say even more so, it's for the shareholders. If they're not making money off of something, why they're not going to want to do something? And this is a Japanese game. They are extremely predatory and extremely, or I should say, our version is Japanese. They're extremely predatory and extremely money hungry, which is what they do. You can look at other, you can actually look at how Japanese gacha games, like look at Musume. Take away all the extra stuff you guys are getting from the devs, but just look at the base game itself and how the gacha works. It's a 200 spark and it costs 1500 per. That means you need 30,000 crystals to get it. Now imagine if you weren't getting that free tempo every so often. How long would it take? Or let's look at another Japanese gacha game, Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade. It takes 250 summons, and a tempo costs 3,000. That means you need 75,000 crystals, or their currency, to be able to guarantee one character if you're extremely unlucky. And the reason why we talk about unlucky there, and you should not be pulling unless you have guarantee, is because pity doesn't transfer over. Our pity transfers over between banners. Their pity doesn't. That means if you do 249 summons and you don't have the character, and you don't do and you're not able to do that last summon on the banner, you just wasted 249 summons. There's nothing transfer over. I know Jujutsu Kaisen brought in, like, I think you're able to get an extra, you can use 100 or whatever. You can use like half of your summons you can use towards the next one. But that's still a garbage system at the end of the day. That's how Japanese developers are. They want you to spend money. They want you to spend money. And they make their pulls expensive, I will say, what I've seen. But frequency of new characters and free rewards. We have received feedback saying that due to the speed of updates, it is difficult for players to save up contracts, currency such as tickets and coins. Okay. Obtaining tickets, platinums, gold, and mill coins. We've prepared multiple avenues for players to obtain contract currency to tickets and coins, such as through login rewards and by playing through the content. We plan to release a large-scale update with version 2.0 in September. This is Palace 3. To celebrate the update, players will be able to obtain 20 platinum mill tickets and mill coins. Okay, that's actually sick. Ooh, 20 and 20. That's a 20 and 20. Someone will have to tell me if you played during TWCN during this time. But did they get this? Like, did they have this, or is this more of a or is this just more exclusive for the global and JPC side? Because if so, like, this is sick. Like, the 20 and 20 actually makes up for a lot of what we were lacking before. So I like that. And then we're planning to hold many other campaigns as well. The details are in the later half of this letter, and we've announced at a later date. All right, so paid items. Changes from Chinese and Asia versions and the Japanese Western version. Some items that were offered in the shop of the Chinese Asia versions were changed. These changes were made to comply with platform regulations as well as the laws in Japan and the countries of Western version. We also plan to offer new items for the Japanese Western versions to replace the items that cannot be sold. Although it is difficult to have the items offerings to be exactly the same between the two versions, we will do our best to make sure that the overall value of the items is as close as possible. I mean, I think the only thing we're missing is some of the weekly packs that TN and TW give would have been nice to have. But I will be honest, our training sets are way better than their training sets. Like our like the little level up buy packs, those ones are so much better. Like if you buy cognitive gems, just buy those. Those things are so good. And then to talk about the upcoming features and campaigns are going to be planned for 2.0 and onward. Tasks. We are currently working on a feature where players can obtain various items by dispatching characters of their choosing through tasks. Name not final, players can obtain a special item once a week called Thieves Cognite Shard. Players can exchange 60 of these special items for Cognite that can be used to increase the awareness level of a character. We plan to release this feature in version 2.0. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this was a feature in 2.0 anyway of TW and CN. I believe. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing these be added when I was looking at patch histories. I see this was added in 2.0 anyway, so you know that's awesome. But I don't know why they're talking about this. This is not a feature they're speeding up or bringing forward, but you know, awesome. We get it. So now we have guarantee of, we know we're getting tasks. Task is big. It gives us 10 Cognite crystals a day, so 10 more currency, as well as a bunch of other good stuff. Just by logging in, throwing some characters onto the task, it's basically a dispatch system. It's a dispatch system is all it is. But I would say it's a better version of dispatch systems than I've seen in other games. And then Lufo Business Plan EX, name not final. We plan to add an expansion to Lufo's Business Plan as a brand new feature for Japanese Western versions. The rewards for this feature will make it easier for players to forge their 5-star weapons and can be obtained through daily play. We will announce this feature and will be added later at a later date. Okay, awesome. Awesome. I will definitely take another Lufo Business Plan just for us. I love that, so A-okay by me. And then by gathering 6 of this rare item, players can exchange for Cognite that can be used to awaken the awareness of characters. In the Chinese/Asia version, the Thieves Cognite Crystal shards can only be used to awaken characters that are in the gold ticket contracts. In the woke Japanese Western version, this feature will also extend to other 5-star characters like Ren, Minami. Okay, come on. You can't add this. Okay. But you know, we will absolutely take this because of the fact that they're adding limited characters. This is huge. Okay, this is actually huge. So the gold tickets, it includes basically all the standard characters, or and then the future standard characters we'll get. So like Minami and Yumi, and then we have Howler and Turbo in the future will be added them to it. So for example, if you have 60 of these little shards right now, I believe right now in TW, you can exchange them for Turbo, I believe. I think Turbo is still waiting to be added to that. So this is actually kind of nice that they're going to be adding like limited characters like Joker, Yui, Fox, and then Makoto in the future. This is actually really big because this is the way we can get more of our limited characters and the dupes. I should say not get the characters with the dupes. That's a really big system for us. But more likely CN and TW are probably going to be adding this because if the Chinese players see this, they are going to complain. This is going to be big for them too. So this will more likely not be a Japanese/Western version exclusive for the long run. And then weapon 5-star weapon gift campaign. This is previously mentioned campaign where players can obtain Minami Cognite and 5-star weapon around mid to late September. We plan to hold a special campaign exclusive to Japanese/Western versions where players can obtain Thieves Cognites and a 5-star weapon. Okay, this is beautiful. So this right here, like I said, for anyone who has Minami, this is the way we can get her 5-star weapon and A1 for free. Again, this is a Cognite. So if you don't have Minami or Marion to begin with, you cannot use this yet. This is in a future when you have Minami, then you can use it. And then as well as her 5-star weapon. Her 5-star weapon is good. So this is actually, I like this a lot. In this campaign, players will have the opportunity to obtain 60 Thieves Cognite shards that can be exchanged for the Cognite. Oh, so this is even better because it straight up gives us 60 Thief Cognite shard in exchange for the Cognite of one of the available characters. Oh, okay, this is goated actually. This is really good. And the weapon? I wonder if this will also affect the weapons then too. If we can get the 5-star weapons. Ooh, okay, I like that. This is actually really good, guys. This is really, really, really good. I'm not joking. This is really good. The fact that they're giving us good Cognite shards, not just the straight up Minami. So we can get A1 Joker, A1 Yui, we can get A1 Fox, A1 whoever, or whatever one we're missing. We can get that. That is huge. I wonder if this will also include characters like Cord in the future. Because if this also adds Cord, like that's free A1 Cord for everybody. And that's a huge W. That's a huge dub. Oh my god, guys. I'm not joking. This is actually really big. Following that, we also plan to hold a gift campaign where players can select one 5-star weapon to obtain. The selection lineup also includes Minami's 5-star, and other weapons included in the lineup will be announced later. Okay. Oh my god, okay. Okay. This is good. This is good. I'm not joking. Holy hell, this is good. Details and timing of the campaign will be announced at a later date. We hope that you can make full use of this opportunity to obtain these very high value items. Okay, we like that. I'm all on board for what they're doing right now. This is we're back. We are so back right now with this. I know it still sucks about the standard, but we'll eventually accept the standard pool changes, and it just sucks. I'm hoping they will just change it, but at least now we have confirmation on it. Thank you very much for reading all the way to the end. We want to use this letter as an opportunity to address feedback regarding the differences with the Chinese/Asian versions that were released earlier, as well as let players know about the upcoming features and updates in the campaign. New initiatives. In this letter, we hope to answer some of the questions, blah, blah, blah. We've noticed that many Japanese Western players are progressing through the palace and stories in one continuous playthrough. And smaller things like building characters, city life activities, and characters interactions are reserved for shorter daily sessions. We hope to enhance our players' experience with some form of change or growth in their daily playthrough with these new initiatives. I mean, there's not very much they can do there's not very much that we can do about this because of the fact that the city life activities are limited through stamina and action points. Bluefield Business Plan EX improvements to the Thief Cognite charge and gift campaigns in this letter. We will continue to make improvements following feedback to better match the playstyle of our players in Japanese. Okay. Websites on X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Okay, cool. We're currently preparing initiatives that will release around the same time for both Japanese and Western versions and the Chinese Asia versions. Preparations are currently underway so that we can provide a new experience for all regions simultaneously. Please look forward to the future. In addition to campaigns and features detailed in this letter, we plan to have various events and story additions with each update. We will strive to provide a better game experience for all our players. Moving forward, we hope you will continue to enjoy Persona 5 Phantom X. Hey, overall, everybody, overall, I think this is a huge W. This is a huge step, like step in the right direction, as compared to what they were doing before. With the fact that they're announcing something before, like it got to the point of breaking point, like waiting for the live stream, waiting for whatever. The fact that they actually made a giant announcement like this, to me, is telling me that they're at least communicating. They're being slightly better. It still sucks about the. It's awesome they're bringing in the 110 contract for you people who want it. That's awesome. We love that. Summon on if you want. I still advise the 50/50 in the long run is way better. But if you want the 110, summon the 110. This is your game. This is your game. Do whatever you want for you. And then with the Minami and 5-star weapon, I love the fact that they're giving us a opportunity to get it from the outside of the Luffy business plan. So that's awesome for us, as well as the fact that they're they confirmed basically with 6 months. A lot of people were thinking, oh man, we're gonna get Yumi and blah 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 after the half Annie. I already have so many people comment that on my video about, oh well, they're gonna release a bunch of them after the half Annie. I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're gonna wait 6 months. Why are they waiting 6 months for Minami, but they're only gonna be waiting like a month for Cherish? That means they're not treating the characters the same. They're saying that Cherish isn't worth as much to them as Minami is, or Yumi is. So they literally said in the live stream that there's gonna be 6 months in between. So 6 months after, we're gonna get it. It is what it is. I hope they change it, because they changed that. I think this game is in a very, very good position and will be doing well in the future. But those are my overall thoughts. I hope you guys have a good day, good night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. If you guys have any comments, let me know down below. What do you guys think of all the changes? And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye bye for now.